Yes, welcome you all to my YouTube channel. I am Jayabalan. I have already posted few videos in my YouTube channel. I hope you must have watched and get impressed, right? I divided all the videos into two main parts. Videos related to microeconomics and videos related to macroeconomics, right? In the microeconomics part, I have already posted 3 videos all on chapter number 1. Like, one is like introduction, then central problems of an economy, right? And this is 4th video of chapter number 1 in the microeconomics part. Today, we have a special topic. The topic that is very important from the student's point of view to possess knowledge in depth. And from the CBSE or any state board examination point of view, mostly you can expect questions from this topic. The topic name is production possibility curve. In short, we call it as PPC. Right? First, introduction. Most of the economists use this technique for explaining the concept related to what to produce and in what quantities. Most of the economists use this as a concept for the students to understand the questions related to what to produce and in what quantities. Now, the meaning part. What do you mean by PPC? It is a diagrammatic presentation. We want to explain this concept in the diagrammatic form. So, it's a diagrammatic presentation, also call it as curve, showing different combinations of two goods. Different combinations of two goods which can be produced. Can be means the things which are possible by full and efficient utilization of available resources and technology. Students, when you go through the meaning of this, so many things you will have to learn in depth. Right? Okay. Then we try to learn the technique of PPC, production possibility curve. Before understanding the diagram and its significance, you must know that this concept is understood or learned only under certain conditions. So, what are the conditions under which the concept of production possibility curve can be effectively used or understood? There are only 3 conditions. All the conditions can be taken mostly from the meaning itself. Condition number 1, we assume. Conditions means these are called assumptions. We assume that there are certain conditions under which the concept can be learned. What are those assumptions or conditions? Assumption number 1, that we assume that the economy produces only 2 goods. What are those 2 goods? It can be assumed as good X and good Y, or it can be assumed as wheat and apple. The assumption is that the economy produces only 2 goods for learning this concept. Condition number 2 or assumption number 2, that the economy uses or utilizes the available resources in full and efficiently. How do the economy use the available resources? All the available resources are used in full. It means that there are no idle resources. Then the resources are used in an efficient manner. This is assumption number 2. Assumption number 3, that there is no change. There is no change in the technology. It means the technology remains constant. So the assumptions or conditions are very important, which we have to keep in mind while learning the technique of PPC. Okay. Now whatever is written in the meaning part, I am going to explain in the diagrammatic way by using a curve in a diagram. Okay. X-axis, Y-axis. What do we try to show? What do I try to show in the X-axis? I am trying to show the production of commodity X. In the Y-axis, I am planning to show you the production of another good, commodity Y. So the production of commodity X is shown in X-axis. The production of commodity Y is going to be shown in the Y-axis. Okay. Now you see, I drew a curve. You see here? I drew a curve. This is the shape of production possibility curve. There are two main shapes from the mathematical point of view. One is concave, other one is convex. What is it? This is concave. The production possibility curve is concave in its shape. Okay, now let's learn certain important points about the production possibility curve. This is point A. For example, this is marked as A. This is marked as B. Okay, now whatever the resources the economy has, the economy can produce, you see here, I have written here, the economy can produce only two goods, but it does not mean that both the goods must be produced. It's not compulsory. How? That I am going to show here. What is the meaning of this point A? Point A shows that the resources, if the available resources are fully utilized, if all the available resources of an economy are fully utilized only in the production of good Y, if all the resources are used in the production of only good Y, how many units of, what is the quantity of good Y that can be produced by the economy? It is OA. So I have not written the numbers. OA is the quantity of good Y that can be produced by an economy if all the resources are used in the production of only good Y. So it shows that if the economy utilizes or uses all the available resources only in the production of good Y, the production of good Y is OA. OA is the quantity of Y. And in that case, how many units of good X can be produced? 0. Why 0? I told you, if all the available resources are used in the production of only good Y, this is the combination of two goods that can be produced with the available resources and technology. Okay, what will happen if an economy does not want to produce any quantity of good Y, but wants to utilize all the resources in the production of only good X? Then this is the quantity of good Y that can be produced, and what quantity of good X that can be produced? OB. OB quantity of X can be produced and no quantity of Y. Why no quantity of Y? I told you this production is possible if all the resources of an economy are utilized only in the production of good X. So this is combination number 1, this is combination number 2. But I have not written here only 2. I have written different. Different means, what is the other name of different here? Various. So we can show different combinations. Till now, I have shown only 2 combinations. What is the first combination? What is the first combination? No quantity of good X but OA number of units of good Y. When is it possible? If all the resources are used in the production of only good Y. What is the combination number 2? 0 OB. 0 quantity of commodity Y and OB number of units of commodity X. When is this combination possible? If all the resources are used only in the production of good X. Now let's have different combinations. Now you see here, I am plotting a point here. Okay, this is, for example, this is point 1. What does this point? I see I have plotted a point on the production possibility curve. This is PPC. On this production possibility curve, I have plotted a point here. That point is named as small letter 1. What does it mean? It means, you see here, how to find out the number of units of good X and the number of units of good Y produced at this point on PPC. It's so simple. You see here, you have to draw a vertical line to touch x-axis and you have to draw a horizontal line to touch y-axis. Then you have to name it. Let us name it as CD. So what does this point I have plotted on PPC shows? It is another combination. What is that combination? That combination is OD number of units of good X and OC number of units of good Y and OT number of units of good X can be produced by utilizing all the available resources and with the available technology. Now I am going to plot a point here. Let me name it as 2. What do you mean by this point I plotted on the PPC? It is going to show another combination of both the goods that can be produced by utilizing the available resources and the present technology. So how to, at this point on the PPC, how to measure the number of units of good X and how to measure the number of units of good Y produced? It's so simple, as I told you earlier. From here, draw one vertical line, name it as E. The line should be drawn till it touches the x-axis. Then draw one horizontal line till it touches the y-axis and gives different name, F. So what does this point shows? This point shows another combination, fourth combination. What is that combination? At this point on PPC, the economy will be able to produce OE number of units of good X and OF number of units of good Y. So this is one combination, this is another combination, this is another combination, this is another combination. What is the first combination? What is the first combination? If I plot a point on PPC from a point where it touches the y-axis, you see here, this point is, this is the point, sorry, this is the point. This is the point on the PPC showing this is the combination of two goods that can be produced. Okay, what is this? This is this point. This is the point plotted. And what is this combination for this point? What is this combination? This is the point. So when I plot a point at this point, the point on y-axis when the PPC starts. This is one combination of two goods. This is another combination. This is another combination, and this is another combination. Therefore, production possibility curve is the diagrammatic presentation of various combinations of two goods that can be produced by full and efficient utilization of the available resources and the technology. So this is the concept. Next subtopic of this PPC is, there is a question now. Why the production possibility curve slopes downward? So we are going to analyze the reason behind the shape of PPC. See, look here. This is y-axis. This is x-axis. Here we are going to show the production of commodity X. We are going to show in x-axis, and the production of commodity Y we want to show on y-axis. Okay. How do we draw PPC? It's so simple, as I told you. It's here. That's it. It's so simple. But when I ask you, what is the shape of the production possibility curve? You can't say it's a horizontal line. You can't say it is a vertical line. You can't say it's a straight sloping down. You can't say a straight upward line. So what is the shape of production possibility curve? I told you curve. What type of curve is? A curve which slopes downwards. So the question is based on commenting on the shape of the production possibility curve. Look at the question now. Why PPC slopes downward? The reason is, as I told you earlier, now you tell me, let me revise with you. Here I have marked one point. Suppose this point I marked as A. What do you understand by this point A? This point shows that if all the resources of an economy are used or utilized in the production of only commodity Y, the economy will be able to produce OA, number of units of good Y, and no unit of good X. Okay? This is one combination. What is the combination? X commodity, Y commodity. How many units of commodity X that can be produced? No units. Why? This point shows what would be the production if all the resources are fully and efficiently utilized in the production of only commodity Y. So what is the quantity? OA. OA, quantity of commodity Y, and 0 of commodity X. This is one combination. Suppose you feel that, no sir, I don't want to go for this combination of two commodities X and Y, because no single unit is produced. So you feel that, no, at least few units of commodity X must be produced. And what should happen? For example, at this point, what is the production of commodity X? 0. Now what you want? You want to increase the production. You want to increase the production of commodity X from 0, for example, to 10 units. So what should happen? When it can happen? If the economy shifts, some of the resources like some land, some labor, some capital, some entrepreneur skill, if some of the factors of production are shifted from the production of good Y to the production of good X, only then you can increase the production of good X. Then what will happen to the factors which are used in the production of good Y? It will decrease. So what will happen? The production of good Y will fall. For example, mark this point. So what is happening in the production of good X? The production of good X increased. The production of good X increased from 0 to B. But what is happening here? The production of good Y decreases from OA to OC. So what is happening here? You are able to increase the production of one commodity. For that, you have to sacrifice. For that, you have to lose some units in the production of good Y. You see here, with this help of arrow, I have shown what is the increase in the production of good X and what is the decrease or fall or loss in the production of good Y. Okay, again, you want to increase the production further. You are not satisfied with OB, number of units of good eggs. You want to further increase the production of good eggs. So what will happen? The production of good eggs increases from OB from the production of OB. Earlier the production was OB. Now the production is increased from OB to OD. So what is happening here? Earlier production of commodity Y was OC. Now again it is further falling. Okay? From the production of OC, the production of commodity Y falls down to OE. So what do you understand with whatever the explanation I have given so far? If you want to increase the production of one commodity, the economy is ready. The economy is ready to sacrifice, ready to lose the production of another commodity by some number of units. Without decreasing, without losing the production of one commodity, you cannot increase the production of another commodity. Therefore, it is because of this reason. Which reason? If an economy wants to increase the production of one commodity, the economy must sacrifice some number of units of production of another commodity. It is because of this reason the production possibility curve slopes downward. Students, this is very important from the understanding point of this concept PPC, from your examination point of view and preparing yourself for higher studies. You all have understood the reason behind why PPC slopes downward. Okay, my dear viewers, my dearest students, I am going to explain another subtopic of PPC. One is attainable and unattainable combinations of two goods. Attainable means the combinations of two goods which are possible, and unattainable means the combination or combinations of two goods that cannot be produced. Cannot be produced means impossible. Attainable means impossible combinations. Unattainable means impossible. Attainable means possible. So I am going to show. Now listen here. Drawing PPC is so simple. X-axis, Y-axis. In Y-axis, you are going to show the production of good Y. In the X-axis, you are going to show the production of good X. What is the shape of the PPC? It's so simple. You have to just draw. Okay? Starting A, starting B. Now this topic I am going to explain is what combinations of two goods are possible and what combinations of two goods are not possible. Now you see here. I am going to plot. Students, listen very carefully. I am going to plot 3 points in this diagram. Okay? Or 4, 5 for your better understanding. One is here. Another one is here. Another one is here. Another one is here. Okay? Let me name it as number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. I have plotted 4 points on this diagram. Okay? So I am going to explain only 3 types. Types are 3, but the points plotted are 4 for your better understanding. Now you see, what do you understand by point number 1 and point number 3? There is something common for point number 1 and 3. What is the common thing of point 1 and 3? Both are plotted on the PPC. Point number 1 is plotted on the PPC and point number 3 also is plotted on the PPC. Not outside, not inside. So, this is the uniformity of point number 1 and point number 3. Both are plotted on PPC. So, what does it mean? Point number 1 and point number 3 are attainable combinations. Attainable combinations. For example, see here. What is the meaning of this point? At this point on PPC, the economy will be able to produce OA1 number of units of good Y, OB1 number of units of good X. So it is a combination that is practically possible when all the resources of an economy are fully utilized and efficiently utilized. What is the meaning of this point? Point number 3 shows when the economy is operating at this point on PPC, it shows the economy will be able to produce OB2, this is the quantity, OB2 number of units of good X and OA2 number of units of good Y that can be produced. So, what is a common thing for 1 and 3? Both are attainable or possible combinations of two goods that can be produced by the economy by using the available resources and with the present technology. Now, what is special? What is special of this point number 2? This is also attainable combinations. Attainable means possible. What does it mean? It means when the economy is operating at any point within or below the PPC, what is special? At any point plotted anywhere but within or inside the PPC, that is also attainable combination. But what is the difference between this point and this point? Or what is the difference between a point plotted on PPC and a point plotted inside the PPC? There is only one difference. There is one similarity, one difference. What is the similarity? Both are attainable combinations. But what is the difference? In the case of points plotted on PPC, the economy utilizes all its resources fully and efficiently. But what is the special thing of any point plotted anywhere inside the PPC? It is attainable combination, but some of the resources are unutilized. Underutilization of resources. Whatever the resources which are available, all the resources are not fully utilized and also not efficiently utilized. So that is the only difference between the point plotted anywhere on PPC and a point plotted inside the PPC. Okay, but what is the common thing in both? Both are attainable combinations. But now comes the next point. The point I plotted on the diagram outside, above the PPC. What does it mean? It means, for example, draw this. What is the meaning of the point plotted above or outside the PPC? It means the economy cannot operate at this point. It means it is impossible. What is impossible? The production of good X, OB4 number of units of good X and OA4 number of units of good Y. Can this combination of production possible? No, it is not possible. Not possible means unattainable combination of two goods. It is impossible. Why? When the economy is operating at any point on PPC, it shows the resources available are already fully utilized, already efficiently utilized. So, an economy cannot operate at any point outside the PPC. Hope you all understood. Now, students, in the next video, I will be continuing with the same concept, production possibility curve, but with certain techniques. What are the techniques that we are planning to discuss in the next video related to this topic PPC? What is shift? Other one is rotation. Rotation of PPC. When does PPC rotate? And another concept is when does PPC shift? So these two concepts we will be discussing in detail, interestingly, in the next video, that will be chapter number 1, part number 5. So thank you for watching. Do recommend, do share, do tell others to subscribe and make this video popular. That's in your hand. Thank you.